tailgate to the end zones, and you got to think this will be a little contentious. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Baylor Bears, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Texas A&M Aggies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Baylor Bears offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Robinson will throw. Looking left. Complete downfield. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. And the Bears headed quickly to the line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollack off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollack cut blocked. Maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, I just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Trying play action. Pocket breaking down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
The Bears line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. So the Texas A&M Aggies offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And, David, they've got a receiver that, if he is able to command some extra attention, it could really help get this offense going.
Nah, and you need that playmaker out wide. That guy makes the whole thing go, right? Having a guy, if you want to play man-to-man coverage, he's going to beat you. And he's shown the ability to do that sometimes for this offense. And he's a guy that has the defense's attention.
Yeah, I don't think this guy's winning the Bolitnikoff Award necessarily, but you're right, David. When he's one-on-one, he should be able to win those matchups. And based on how he's played this season, this quarterback should feel really good and really confident when he throws his way.
They're going to run it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's out. Out at across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Got his man downfield. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. And the Aggies will hustle to the line.
Well, really nice catch there, and I'll tell you, ever since Texas A&M made the move to the SEC, their path to the national championship got way harder. If they're going to win today, they've got to come up with big plays in the passing game. This guy gives them that opportunity. He gives them a chance not just to compete for conference titles, but for national championships too.
Wants to go up top on first down. Forced out of the pocket. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The short hands, it's Norman. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Fires on the move. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Fires left. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. Caught behind the line. It's Dupree. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Aggies line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll keep it on the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
This offense has it with really good field position. Give to the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
But how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense, getting penetration. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy on the ground.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Dupree. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Texas A&M trying to gig him in the red zone. The give to the tailback. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quarterback making checks. Back to pass on second down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Flips it out on the screen. He stopped short of the sticks. They tried to pick it up with the screen, but they'll be facing a fourth down.
And that's why, as a defense, you want to set up third and long situations. You just want to be able to keep the football in front of you. It's okay for that quarterback to hit the running back on that pass. Now you have all those bodies flying to the football, and they're able to make a tackle.
Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. Power football with the run. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. They'll run play action. Caught near the sticks. It's Taylor. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So after the break, they'll go back to work. On the ground, it's Russell. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line. They pick up a 6.
And that quarterback knew the counter run was going to work on that play because he counted the box defensively before the snap. He saw that he had an advantage in numbers and blockers getting a hat on a hat, so he knew that was a green light. As soon as he got the snap, off they go, and it's an explosive play.
And the Bears send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. He's got great speed. He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. To let that one get away from them, they look like they are pumped up and ready to go here, David.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
He's got him this time. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I love the job by the receiver there on the crow route against zone coverage because he finds the soft spot, but he also does a nice job coming back to the football, and it's not easy. When your quarterback's got a cannon like this guy does, and he's throwing a bullet at you, there's a lot of guys that would be hesitant, and they would want to wait for the ball. Not this guy. He went and attacked it and secured the catch.
All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Gonna swing it on second down. With the catch, it's Robbins. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The give on the option. Fights his way for a couple, but stopped short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. They could tie the game here with a field goal, but instead looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Finds him out of the backfield. Pushes move behind his pad. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Green. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Texas A&M going up tempo. Might be calling a hot route. Grabbed over the middle. It's Norman. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
8th play of the drive, and to keep this one going, they'll need to convert a 3rd and 5. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down. It off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
Texas A&M will line up with a 1st and goal. Motion from the wideout. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Ready. From the gun, the ground game. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. So 3 previous red zone trips and 3 points. That's not efficient. They'd like to get it in the end zone this time. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Aggies.
What a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, want to jump in and let you know what's going on in this top 25 showdown. Ohio State is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Troy Smith, and they're right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Alabama. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Looking for room. It's Russell. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Red pass, it's complete. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Bears want to crank the tempo.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Robinson looking to pass. Makes a connection. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Bears are moving quickly down the field.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
The Bears can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Just a short pass to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
He gets it to the 34-yard line, but excellent 3rd down defense, and 4th down's coming up. So they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Never a doubt. This is now a 7-point game.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. With the catch, it's Epps. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Now the play fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Got it in the middle. It's Hill. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. A&M comes back out with another first down. He's got it down the middle. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Lost a throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Green. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. The holder will put it down at midfield. A 60-yard attempt from the left side, no less. Somebody better check that dude's foot and see if it's juice. Man, oh man, from outside 60, he sails it through. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
They go right back to him. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Norman. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. New set of downs after the completion. That's caught. It's Epps. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
The Aggies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The play action fake. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm.
And look, I know this offense made some adjustments at halftime, and they couldn't wait to get back out on the field and try to generate a score. But their defense is playing lights out. So to me right now, this is a no-brainer. After the incompletion on 3rd, just punt it away and let your defense eat.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. That's caught. It's Taylor. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. He'll toss it. Can't get him to the ground. Got the first down and still on his feet. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
And some room to work. Turning it on. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play call.
He'll take a shot. And that one is picked up in the end zone. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
I'm not sure he made it out of the end zone, and it is a safety. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Snagged in the middle. It's Taylor. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. And the Bears want to move quickly.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Blasted as he lets it go. Makes the grab on the left. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
That's some great toughness by the quarterback. Hanging in the pocket. Listen, knowing you're going to get smacked and still being able to deliver the football down the field. Good toughness by that quarterback.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Robinson will throw. Rush is on him. They wrap him up. He tried to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's stopped in the backfield. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And he missed it. No good. Boy, they could have used that field goal to draw a little closer, but still an 8-point game. Gives it on the option. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. After that sack, the O-line better get its act cleaned up. 3rd down coming. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion.
Oh, the ball's out on the return. Into the house. Touchdown, Aggie. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And that is exactly how you draw it up, right? Hey, we're going to get this guy the ball. He's going to fumble it, but we know our own guy's going to scoop it and score and completely fool the defense. Man, that'll never happen again in a million more plays, but that's one the offense is gladly going to take.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Buffalo is in front. They've represented Western New York so well today, but they still have to finish the job, and that's not a given. They're up by 4 over Temple. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Defense not showing press coverage. They'll run it from the gun. Runs through the tackle. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up this 3rd down play. Robinson looking to pass. On target. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Man, you got to like these last 2 plays by this offense. You understand, you're in a deficit. You've got to score multiple times to get back in this football game. Nice job pushing.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bears! And And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a one-possession game. The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pulls it in, it's Evans. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35.
I'll be honest, man, if I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Robbins. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Second down, he'll throw it. Dumps it to the back. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. The Aggies really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to power their way ahead. That'll be enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 48.
Really impressed with the running back. Stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. From the gun, running back gets the give.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Looking deep down the right side. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Bringing it back. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Robinson will throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you can see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they fail to hook up on third down. And the Bears decide to punt it away.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. And the Aggies come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Robbins. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He has the first and still on his feet. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Aggies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll run the toss. Creates a little room. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver going in motion. They go to the ground. Got enough for the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Aggies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking for a gap. It's Hill. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2.
Yeah, and I think on that 3rd down and short call, I honestly think that they thought it was going to be a 4th down situation. Now it's 4th and 2. I think this offense was ready for this opportunity, and I think they're going to go for it right here.
They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Back has it. Fighting off the defender. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Robinson looking to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, there have been way too many incompletions for this offense in this game. It's a big reason why they're trailing, obviously. They've never been able to get into a rhythm, and at this juncture here on a 2-minute situation in your own end, you got to find ways to start throwing completions somewhere out on the field to get back in this game.
They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the 4th quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. But forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. Got to save every precious second, and the spike stops the clock.
On the play.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. That's caught. It's Russell. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Bears come to the line in the hurry-up. He'll throw on third down. Throws to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. The offense going to try again on another play. They'll just spike it on this one.
Brings up second down.
The noise level is relentless here on second down. Robinson will throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Cook. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.